All right, 800 hours. Yeah, it's more of the same. I'll tell you what, though, I'm doing about 3 hours a day. It's just getting easier. 3 hours are just less and less taxing. So that's something to look forward to. All right, so why no? I really should have done a video at 700. Why didn't I? Well, it's because I started to speak and I just didn't like the way it was coming out. However, I eventually remembered that Pablo says it takes around 3 months. So weird he doesn't tell us what that means in hours of speaking to sound good. But yeah, so I don't really know. But 3 months is not right away, which I thought I'd sound. Well, I sound good by all accounts. Uh, my word choice isn't terrible. It's not good either. Um, and my word order is not so great. So word choice, slightly poor. Word order, not ideal. And making longer sentences is also not is really the biggest point there. But I haven't spoken much. Uh, I was going to start shadowing. I just don't like it. I promise to try and do more shadowing though, so I can report back. All right, so what do we got in that sheet? Ah, advice. Good advice for those who are in the beginning, especially, or even intermediate. Spend time learning the sounds. It's not even in the roadmap, but it's in I don't know, it's near the downloads. He talks about, there's like a download and you can read the PDF. I don't think that's the best way. Read the PDF, it's helpful. Um, but the more you spend on learning the sounds, um, the more cognates you can pull and the easier it's going to be. There's a lot of cognates and near cognates. It makes it a lot easier to learn Spanish. That's one thing I would have done differently. So, where I'm at now, I just speak a little bit here and there. I have two buddies from Cuba, and I can talk with them, and it's kind of fun. All right. Um, Preply, I'm going to put another referral in this. You're crazy not to have classes on Preply because it is so cheap. There are lots of, at least in Spanish, there's a lot of $3 an hour classes, and that's because um, there's a lot of Venezuelans. The currency is weak, so they'll go for the minimum, which is $3, and that pushes the price down. Of like, I'm kind of lucky. I have my teacher's Peruvian, um, and that accent is just kind of a nice blend of all of Latin America. Very comprehensible, and they tend to dictate their words completely. But any teacher can do that for you. But anyways, $3 for 50 minutes, like it's such a good deal. So I'll put down the referral link, and then that gives me like $15, which isn't a lot of money, but it's a ton of money on Preply. So Preply is like the best kept secret in language learning. So what I did to find my teacher, you do a trial. It's this kind of subscription model. So you pick someone to do a trial with, and I think that's $3 or the same as whatever their class is. So there's lots for three. Hey, there's lots for 40 if you want, but there's lots for three. And then I kind of say, I will not speak Spanish. I only want you to speak Spanish slow and clearly to help me with my Spanish input. I'll begin speaking on my own at a later date or something like that. Something very clear. Um, and he thought it was strange, but look, that's just what he did. Okay, we're doing your input. And then now that I'm starting to read a little bit, I asked him to help me with my pronunciation. That works really well. In fact, I wonder if you don't want to start reading like without understanding with a teacher, because then they can correct your pronunciation a little bit just to help you get used to the sounds. Um, don't try and understand anything. Just try and get used to the sounds. Um, I don't know. Anything that can help with the sounds, it brings you it brings you 3,000 words. If you're really good with the sounds, you got 3,000 words of vocabulary. Um, and I kind of missed that. Like similar sounds, the cognates with similar sounds I got right away, as everyone else will. But I could have pulled a lot more. So, just a suggestion. All right. I had a commenter, Rama V. He suggested the Chill Spanish podcast. I checked it out. It's really good. It's a guy who speaks, I think his first language was Spanish, and like at 5, his second language was English. So um, he's kind of got both, and that I don't know, it seems to help. All right, time for the book, and it's Class President. It's good. It's for like an 8-year-old maybe. Um, and it's just kind of fun. And what I do, for the most part, I go onto archive.org. Oh, by the way, archive.org, sign up for free and you can read any book for like an hour. Maybe you want to donate, I don't know. But you go onto archive.org and this book is on there in English and Spanish. So what I do is, I like the paper though. But what I do is I listen to the book at double speed in English computer voice by the chapter. And then when I go ahead and read the chapter, I don't get like lost. If I don't know, like how you can get lost if you don't, if a sentence kind of loses you, then you have to kind of play catch up. And that doesn't happen if if I do the English chapter first in double speed. I really like that method. Um, I'm a bit of a Cassandra, I guess, on that. Every time I give someone really good advice, they'll just criticize me. So comment below. I'd love to hear your comments. Hey, if they're supportive comments or their recommendations on methods or recommendations on um, uh, podcasts, channels, whatever. I've gotten a lot of good information from you guys, and I appreciate it. And that's it. I know there's more, but I can make plenty more videos. But all right, see you guys later. Working on catchphrase. I don't really have one, so this is my catchphrase.